Hey guys, it is John, and welcome to my playthrough of The Park. This game was released last week. I didn't get a chance to play it right away, but I'm playing it now. It is a spin-off of the Funcom MMO The Secret World, which I've never played, but it's about an hour long from what I understand, and it's a horror game, so we're gonna play it. New game. The Park is a narrative experience best played in a dark room wearing headphones. Deals with subject matter that may be disturbing to some players. During the course of play, the Park may manipulate graphics, audio, control settings, and your sanity. This is perfectly normal and should not be any cause for alarm or psychiatry, okay? Good, thank you for the apt warning. I appreciate it. So it's kind of weird to be recording a video right now. I haven't recorded a video since like last Tuesday, something like that. But I'm officially all moved into my new apartment. That is to say, all of my possessions are currently residing in this new residence. Nothing left over like there was last week in my old apartment.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Okay, so one thing I noticed right away, I guess I forgot to do, is enable subtitles. There we go. Sorry about that. I try to enable those every time, but I guess I just forgot when I was messing with the settings. All right, let's do this. First of all, this game was created in Unreal Engine 4, so graphics look pretty good. Not that that's ever really a big deal to me, but it is nice to see a game look as good as this in the indie horror genre. Press left mouse button to interact with objects in the world. Okay.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Atlantic Island Park. Looks like Birch White, maybe? For the typeface, sorry. A tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who used their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of May 1977, James B. Longley. Okay, cool. Let me just adjust that real quick. Sorry. Alright, we should be good to go. Alright, well, I doubt we'll be experiencing much joy or laughter here. But who knows? Let me in. Friggin' turnstile. Doesn't seem to want to do it. Oh. Cutscene, okay.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
So this seems kind of Silent Hill-ish. Press right mouse button to shout to Callum. Shouting provides audible and visual clues to guide you. I also got an achievement called Welcome to the Park.
Callum, where are you going?
Catch me, Mommy.
Jason! Jason! Okay, welcome to Atlantic Island Park. That typeface is Hobo, I believe. And then that, the typeface for the title I used to know. Can't remember it at the moment. I don't think we're gonna read all of this. I generally read everything, but this is just a lot. Chad the Chipmunk, okay, so he's their mascot. We'll just read this. When I first came to visit Solomon Island, I felt deeply, That's an L, right? I fell deeply in love with its natural beauty. It's a scenic place, and I created many of my best memories here. I wanted to create a place that captures the essence of Solomon Island, a place where families could bring their children to create memories of their own. I invite you to explore this park that we have created, from the Ferris wheel, which rivals the local lighthouse for the best views of the area, to the sideshow alley where we have many fascinating games and objects from the local area to explore. Enjoy, Nathaniel Winter. Thanks, Nathaniel. You seem like a good dude. I'm guessing that that's you. Yeah. You look like a human rabbit. Nathaniel Winter welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. There's even escalators. Callum,
I told you to wait in the car.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
you know you can walk up the escalator, right? Might be a good solution here.
Oh God. The park. What happened here?
Ooh, we can run. Good. I was worried. Oh, it's toggle too. So you don't have to hold it down. I'm hoping we get a flashlight.
Can't catch me.
Wait, Callum!
You're gonna run right into that dude's mouth, aren't you? No, I guess you're not. Well, I think I'm going to. Carrie Killian is Satan's whore.
Too dark. I'm not going in there without a flashlight.
Ah, okay. Well, you won't hear any complaining from me. Examine shoe.
I think this belongs to Callum. Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations. That's random. 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. Chad the Chipmunk worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. That's some unkind graffiti there. I wonder if these times are important, like we need to know where he is at those times. Sideshow Alley, the Octotron, park entrance. So I'm guessing like 3 p.m. around there is when the park closes.
I wonder what this is.
Purchase the land or Solomon Island for a pittance, I might add. Okay, whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this island, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place. and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Yeah, we'll see about that. Tunnel of Tales. So where are we right now? Oh, okay, we're over here. There's the Octotron, House of Horrors, bumper cars, sideshow alley, roller coaster, and Ferris wheel. Well, why not go in here?
Stay where you are.
Come on, Mommy.
Callum, stay where you are.
Let's catch it. Let's catch it. We got this. We got this. We can go in, right? 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 Wait. Oh, okay. I guess I clicked on a prompt.
Where are you? Callum, where did you go? Callum, where did you go?
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Yeah, their mom doesn't seem great at giving solutions.
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
What?
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
Good job, Hansel. Proud of you.
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter.
Okay.
In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
Uh-huh. And then what happened?
The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar.
So is this just going into the...
Desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
Is this just gonna lead into the story that we all know?
Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who's nibbling? at my house?
There has to be some sort of dark twist.
An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today, I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
Is that it?
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
I don't remember that part. That seemed kind of new. I can't right-click for Callum anymore. Oh, hi. You look like you recently feasted on something. You damn goose. You silly goose. So can I get off the ride now? Do I have to go through again? You're gonna make me go through again, aren't you? I can't get off. Let me get off. Right here. I wanna get off. Getting off would be good. Okay. I got an achievement called Swan's Gingerbread and Chocolate.
Please, Callum, tell me where you are.
Okay, so I'm not sure where he went, but I'm guessing.
I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
So I'm guessing we have to go to each ride. And that's pretty much the segments that the game is comprised of.
Another accident. This place.
I'm sure it's fine. Is there a flashlight somewhere around here? Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. Okay, it stopped. The government is booked to cut the ribbons, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon, I will know if this has all been for nothing. Now, is there a flashlight here? Oh, there's a teddy bear with a knife in his eye. Huh. That I'm supposing I can't get to. You could get to it if you wanted to. Give me a break. I need a flashlight to get into the House of Horrors. So, I'll be on the lookout for one. I'm sure you can't miss it. This seems like a very linear game. Kind of reminds me of Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Hey, there's the Octotron. We should totally do it. Seems like fun.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Mother Duck said quack, 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 quack.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
This? Really?
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice. And at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when we first looked, it was like a human face, smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you thought there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments, it was chaos. Everyone was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Alright. So he went berserk. Kinda lost it. Hi, Octotron. Can I ride on you? Looks like the Ferris wheel's over there. Seems like that would be like the last place.
Come out, sweetie.
Can go in here. Ride Octotron. Decrease speed. Need to have it go all the way down for us to get on. I'm supposing. Let's ride it. Where's your seatbelt? Why haven't you pushed the bar in? It seems like a poor decision. Oh, hi. I want to see that guy again. Hey, there he is. That's pretty cool. He's like the Scarecrow or something. From Arkham Asylum? Who was he? Come back, friend. He looked like he wanted to tell me something. Or maybe he was just enjoying watching me have fun on the ride. That's what I'll go with. That seems most likely to me. Okay, well, that was fun. Did I get an achievement for that? No achievement, huh? Really? So I get one for the other ride, but not for this one. Really? Yeah, that's not fair. Maybe I have to increase the speed? No, I think we're done here, right? Maybe I'll increase the speed. Just see what happens. Like, make it as high as possible. Wow, it's going fast. Come on, faster, faster! Is that the best you can do? I think that is the best it can do. Let's ride it now.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess we're done here then. Just no achievement for us. That's fine. Now there was a Ferris wheel, right? Let's see if we can go on it. Bye, Octotron. It was nice knowing you, I guess. Oh! Frustrated by the fact that the plans seem incomplete, I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money. But no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I have had watched are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I've been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Oh. Okay, well, can't go to the Ferris wheel just yet, huh? That's alright. We'll just head out this way.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Is there somebody in there? Is there a body? Looks like there is. I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve. See? Even I am starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning, it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's Diner, still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to park management about the smell, and I saw him waiting and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him, puking up in a gutter outside the Psychoil station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. Nice try. Figured that was coming. We'll just move on, I guess. What the hell is this thing? This thing was on top of the Octotron. Is this some sort of like Cthulhu Fishman type of thing? Look at those webbed fingers and the tentacles and everything. Yeah. Alright, anyway.
Constant crashes and 80s music. I guess it floats someone's boat.
So basically the chipmunk suit is alive or like sentient somehow? Okay, I guess we can't go through the line, that's fine. I didn't want to do that anyway. There's not even any controls in here. Maybe we don't ride the bumper cars. Maybe we were looking for something in the bumper cars, like a flashlight maybe?
Callum, come back here right now!
I have to do it every once in a while. Over where? Okay. Those lights are on. I guess we just go straight for that. We don't have to check all of them. Achievement unlocked. The Shakes. Alright, so this is Francis Dufresne. Say laborers working on the crane. Richard Stapleton. Lawrence Creed. Michael Edgeworth. Didn't we... Wasn't Lawrence in a previous... Okay. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was staying directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Francis was killed. Okay, did they see a doctor? Yes. Did you file an employer's portion of a worker's compensation form? Yes. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide him with urine samples. Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all drivers. This is a photocopy. The local laborers are very superstitious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the bad spirits.
Where did you go? Where are you? Callum! It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
So is Callum dead? Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders, the problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I'm missing. I want to go in there. Guessing I can't. See if we can ride it.
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
Inspection date 1980. Unsafe. Close the park. After touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is this inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winter complies with all safety regulations. Regulations. I don't know why I said requisitions. While I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator, I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years and during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here is a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. Family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction. 1 report of a drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. The sheer volume of incidents means that it is my strong recommendation that Atlantic Island Park be closed immediately. Signed, David Walseth. What a nice name. David Walseth. Alright, let's decrease the speed so we can get on. All the way to 0. Okay. It's good enough, I think. Let's ride it. I like Ferris wheels. I think they're fun. Every time I go to the fair, I make people ride it with me. Hey, you got a hole ripped into your jeans. Just figured I would point that out to you. Probably take care of that.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale.
We're at the top, we're the highest!
I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
I hear you. I mean, I don't know what you're going through or anything. I'm not gonna pretend like I understand, but... Alright, that was a nice, pleasant ride. Oh, hi. It's you. Jack Skellington with an Abraham Lincoln hat over there. Hey, where'd you go? What's this? What's this? Alright. Well, that was pleasant. We're done with most of the rides now. We've still got the House of Horrors. What's this thing over here? Oh, is this one of those that came off?
Don't be afraid.
Take roller coaster ticket. Achievement unlocked. Spin, spin, sugar. Okay. Gotcha. Creepy little doll. I'm guessing we get the flashlight on the roller coaster. And we end up in the House of Horrors. That's what I'm guessing. Okay, so just crash into a tree.
People idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
I think you already did. That's what I'm guessing.
Callum, why did you go?
Oh, nice little change of voice there. Have a different tone, don't you? Let's see if we can... I'm guessing these turnstiles aren't gonna... I don't think so.
I always wanted to ride this one.
Oh.
Never got around to do it before.
Why are you riding rides?
Callum! Tell Mommy where you are!
Sounded really frantic there. Let's do it! Achievement unlocked. Ups and downs. Hey, this is cool, like a first-person roller coaster ride.
We need to talk about Callum.
Where are you?
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
Where'd he go?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Yep. Some sort of accident. Being rushed to the hospital. What does it say on the door? We'll see it, I think, on the last descent. I can taste your fears, your dreams. Did she hit Callum with her car? Okay. It works. The calculations and adjustments worked. The transport and storage mechanisms seem to be flawless. What a wonderful day. If only these people knew what they were fueling. And so what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling dour? So what if the children are more scared than excited on the roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality, and such doorways open only to those who have the will to find the key. So are they harvesting fear? Or happiness? Are they harvesting happiness? And using that as fuel? Pretty weird. Ah. Have we found our flashlight? We have.
The witch awaits.
Achievement unlocked. Hope's Light. Oh, I thought I was about to sneeze. Nope, it went away.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can't save him.
Oh, come on.
There will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
Yeah, I think it's actually you who's doing those things. Can't believe I can't go up that staircase. What was it there for? Can't believe it. Unbelievable. I guess we go to the House of Horrors now. Oh wait, no, we got the slideshow. I forgot about this place. I don't really even know. Oh, okay.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Achievement unlocked. Killer instinct. Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in parkgoers' mouths. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy. Nice little Lovecraft reference there to the shadow over Innsmouth. Who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is a true tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. Exactly, and that's what they're harvesting. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim, who will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on the story going forward. That explains why there were 3 suicides on the roller coaster. I don't know why I did the quotes with 3 fingers. That was kind of weird. But that explains that, you know, it seems like the park causes depression in people. Is there an enemy here? The management is not responsible for diseases contracted via the kissing booth?
Callum? Callum!
Well, hang on a second, you little shit.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
Oh, hey. It's Chad the Chipmunk. I was wondering when he was gonna show up. Is he around? Wait, how do I get out of here? I mean, I'd like to leave. Is that not possible? Can I use my flashlight? F doesn't seem to do anything.
I can help you, Callum.
Take pills.
These are mine.
She's got a tattoo of Dawn on her wrist. Your mother? No to graffiti. Fuck gravity. Is a faith, but his daughter is hot? What? I can taste your dreams. Okay, reality or something. I don't believe everything they tell you. Fear the boogeyman. Stop picking your nose then. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Reagan, 1980. 1980s. All that you love will be carried away. Some kids laugh, some kids cry, but mostly children simply die. Okay. Ban, what does it say? Dan, fuck, I can't read it. Sheriff. Banner. I don't know. What's back here? I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to see this. I think this is slightly off. Okay. This looks like Did Callum never exist? I'm starting to think that that might be. Okay. So I think that that might be the case, that he was actually never born. Or he never lived, should I say.
Don't touch me.
Callum, I'm sorry.
Future times. Belly button is the signature of your personal creator. I believe her name was Mama. Every 17th child is a magnet for sinfulness made omniscient by broken fires in the coastal strain. We all believe that the earth belongs to battered goats and shamrock afterbirth. Only the truly naked wrens of righteous indignation are severed by war-crossed cleavages and trust exercise arrhythmia. This seems completely like nonsense. Beaumont will come to the island, bearing the talisman, and he will shatter the seals that bind the orthodoxy of corruption. Only then will priests shoot, sluts reveal, housewives pontificate, and delayed messiahs make axles for the rescus of Tango and Cash. Sweet the temptress, who grips the shaft, twists the shaft, absconding with third age Tyre into fourth age darkness, while gods lie writhing on the shattered face of the earth. Gala has sweetness and grace, but her days are numbered and heavy flated? Hives break before frozen wills and cellugraphic actresses in pencil and paper pornography. The all-seeing eye will provide decades-long updates on this story going forward. What? That made no sense. Sorry to say.
Don't leave me here, Callum.
Where are we going? Hi. Whatever that thing
The
was.
witch put me in the oven.
Don't leave me here, Callum.
Do I leave out this way?
Follow the breadcrumbs.
I figured that's why she had that tattoo on her wrist. What a strange trip it's been, is the achievement I just unlocked. Man, I'm getting like an achievement every 5 minutes. This is great. I feel really good at this game. Okay.
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own.
Calm, cool, and collected
Millions of
now.
people die every year in car crashes. And the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Well, let's go. Let's not waste any time. Oh, hey! The park! Oh, man. Okay. This appears to be the final area of the game, if my assumptions are correct. It would follow, you know, from all the pacing and everything, and how everything's been building up to this point. Achievement unlocked, House of Horrors. I'm gonna be really upset if I don't 100% this game. Read page. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering throng of town folk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools, scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retreated here to the House of Horrors. I must think. Yeah, okay. Oh. Yeah, it's a wolf. I'm gonna walk on it. Huh. Oh, hey, look. I have an actual model. Cool. What is with these jeans, by the way? They are extremely high-waisted. I mean, I know that that's in right now. No? Nothing for me to read? Hey there. I guess he's just right underneath the bridge. Trying to see where he is. Oh. Who are you talking to? Is this something like actually after us? Keep looking for something in the reflection. Incidents, and I cannot dismiss them as random chance. The park works, but something is interfering with its intended function. It's as though the very air in this place is corrupting the power even as I collect it. A few casualties here, and there are acceptable And there are acceptable. What? But when employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue, either kind, investigating this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I rather liked him. Yeah, he's dead. Nothing?
Don't make me look at it.
Huh. Interesting. This looks like that game I played, Life After Us. Like the fourth one that I played. Like very similar assets. They might even be the same assets, actually. Maybe they just look similar. Nightmare Circus. Fair and calm. A circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk just as he shouts out a curse. Now Raven, a stark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin. Sounds interesting.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Disconnect notice. Okay, so this is basically going to say to turn off. They're going to turn off your power. The Dunwich Power Company. Another Lovecraft reference from the Dunwich Horror. A shocking true story. Hunger. The true story of the Dawners. A group of covered wagons began the 2,500-mile journey to California. Just 8 months later, they found themselves stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains with very little to bite or sup. It was to become one of the greatest tragedies of westward migration that the world had ever seen. Now our panel of Donner experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how the Donner children were forced to eat their brothers and sisters in order to survive. All here on the page of this shocking true story. That sounds familiar. I think I've heard of that before. The Wilting. Look at all these books. A solar flare has struck the Earth. What? I don't think that that's possible. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. And an exotic dancer named Chance O'Hara is the key to saving the world. Again. Really. By Susan Anscombe. This Rubik's Cube is remarkably unsolved. I love you, from Callum. No, what happened? Oh, I clicked out. Shopping list? Where's that? Oh. Remember, drop off Callum, electricity bill, fix faucet. Potatoes, apples, fish sticks, butter, corn, bread, cheese, milk. It's funny, most shopping lists, like grocery lists, like start off with milk. I've noticed that. Wrench doesn't have blood on it or anything. Apples. Water. Wine. Oh. Those don't look like fish sticks in there. Very interesting. Lorraine, I received your letter and I am quite surprised. You ran off with your father all those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map, and then when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking me for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man and I regret the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I need to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it will be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again. Karen. Hey, I get it. Oh, these things. These are cool. Dunwich Emergency Services, Miss Maillard, as we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medications that you have been using and dispose of any remaining medicines. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, then please make contact with your local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health. Dr. Spencer, Dunwich Medical. There's Callum and his mom on a ship with a shark in the water, I guess. But the shark's happy. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Ooh, that's interesting. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from grief of losing her partner, Dawn, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Weekly follow-up with the local physician, mood stabilizers, lithium base. Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorientation and depression. It is our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her, and as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication, we have faith that she will be an effective caregiver. Lorraine has her own housing, and her employer, Susie, has said that she is welcome to return to her shifts at the diner. Norma Creed, a local woman, has offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is with this support network in mind that we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. A prescription for Zolift, right, that can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She has been advised to start with a 50 milligram dose and then, based on the advice of her doctor, to increase the medication as needed. I guess I didn't need to read that entire thing, but I did. Miss Maillard, our inquiry into the estate of Mr. Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of his estate were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained your situation, especially as regards to the birth of Donald's son, Callum. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures, and they specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. Dickwads. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation, and I hope that I'm not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with this letter. Sincerely, Edward Stapleton. Huh. I wonder if she really was with him or not. We're back in here. Here's the Zolift pills that she was taking before. This is the same. Lorraine, things aren't right between us at the moment. I know I want to try and explain it. I think it's because I'm so far from home and I'm working so hard. Every day working at the park, it gets worse. Like a spring inside my mind, widening tighter and tighter and tighter. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh and we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind. But when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy and Emma if it is a girl. Huh. The story of Holodomor. This is a different book. It's about the Soviet Ukraine. I guess the book's changed. Oh. Her. Or here. Maybe it says here. Huh. Mom and me in car.
My mother. Where is he?
Remember, take the pills, follow up with Dr. Spencer, organize babysitter for Callum. Zola's prescription is added to her shopping list. No wrench, whatever that means, if that's significant. Meat looks rotten. Looks like nothing but wine in the fridge. You see. I didn't run away, Dad took me. The chipmunk goes a stab, stab, stabbin'. Wish I could freaking... In the eyes a jab, jab, jabbin', and all the townies gab, gab, gabbin'. Just lie down, let it happen. Basal ganglia win. So things are slowly getting a little crazier every time we go through. Story of Hansel and Gretel. Yep. Bloody baseball cap. Lie. See her try. See her cry. See her lie, right? See her why. That one doesn't make quite as much sense. A Zog dancer named Lorraine is the key to saving the world. Zola prescription. Remember, more pills, tickets to Atlantic Island Park. Yeah, nothing but alcohol in here now. So she ripped it. It's that guy. Is that her dad? I don't know. The story. The woodcutter is dead, the witch always wins. The woodcutter is dead, the witch always wins. Can't read it. Come on. A bogeyman goes a walking, sneaking, stealing a stalking. Is he really a talking? Now is not the time for balking. Cerebral cortex win. A sun will struck the earth. Millions of cattle, a young shadow, global domination. Listen, Lorraine. Answer us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are watching. My two best friends, Dawn and Laura. See her die? Where is that? Say bye-bye. I really want... Is that it? See him die, I think is what that is. Yeah, if you rearrange it. Okay, cool. You're not alone, nobody loves you. Oh, you are alone, nobody loves you. Callum is no longer who he once was. Is that the ice pick? It's a burned I love you from Callum. We consider you to be batshit fucking insane. Your only escape from this should be drugs. A shitload of them. Smoking, snorting, oral, intravenous. Take them any way you can and as often as you can. That shit can only make your life better. In case there's any doubt, you're suffering a relapse and nobody really cares. Nobody can help you now. Don't fuck this up. Dr. Spock. Thank you, William. The new watch is is very nice. It has made me a happy carrot. I think that's what it said. Okay. Right, we get it, I think. I don't think it's necessary to go through the same sequence 5 times, but I mean, I get it. Lorraine, I need you to focus on what we are discussing. The chipmunk killer, Steve Gardner. He is locked away for what he did to those kids. Nathaniel Winter hasn't been seen in years, but he is nowhere near Atlantic Island Park. We've established this. You know this. The killing. A son will be devoured, all the cattle will be enslaved, the shadow lies on your future, our domination. If you listen, Lorraine, you are key to damning the world. So this one finally got rearranged. Forget Don, Dad, Ka, not him. Oh, okay, a rat skeleton. Looks like, or a possum. I never saw this one. Okay.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. 2 children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch, but I am, aren't I?
Kids broke in today. It has been so long since I heard laughter, so very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was fast, the others didn't notice. I liked hearing him laugh. This boy from the academy. I put him on a slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, roaring in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought in me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab. Eyes without sparkle. Hansel and Gretel. Okay. Oh.
Callum. Callum! Callum. Callum. Callum!
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Achievement unlocked. Dreamlike state. Alright, so that was the park. About an hour and a half long. So, oh, excuse me. I mean, it kind of follows a fairly predictable Silent Hill-y type of, you know, storyline. I thought it was alright. I could have done without the looping hallway at the end. It just looped so many times, and I like seeing the gradual degradation of something like that. Like, I think it's a cool concept, but I don't know if it needed to happen that many times. Anyway, I thought the pacing was a little weird there. I liked going on the rides, I guess. I mean, I thought the story was okay. Graphics were alright. I do think that for basically a 90-minute linear story-driven, from what I can tell, like, that has no replayability, as in I don't think that there are multiple endings. I think for all that, $10 is a little much. Now, I got a key, so I didn't have to pay for it, but, full disclosure. But, you know, I think that $10 is a little high. A little high for a game like this. I'd say maybe 5 would have been better, but, yeah. I mean, I can't really tell how much this ties into the Secret World, because I've never played that. But overall, it was okay. Not one of the better titles I played this year. I don't think it's gonna be on my top 5 horror games of 2015 list, for example. But yeah, not bad. I mean, I've played much worse. Press left mouse button to return to the menu. See if anything's different. I don't think anything is, but I was about to say, I clicked and you didn't take me back to the menu like you promised. But yeah, I played it. I was like a week late. Sorry about that. Moving and stuff. Be back on schedule from this point forward, hopefully. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Think critically.